master data, they are used widely across the organization. They represent real-world business objects. They are relatively stable, right? So because they are relatively stable, they are used across the systems, and they usually should have owners. They have a life cycle as well because they are data, right? And there should be governance around them. Yeah. So let me give you some examples of master data then. So things like vendors, clients, organization, accounts. Yeah. For example, they are master data. You have other data like region, country, state, sub-region, financial year, quarter, for example, invoice category, for example. These are not master data. They are reference data. The value has been agreed as the correct value. What you do is you just refer to them. When data exists to standardize reporting, to standardize analytics, and they do not and does not represent a business entity, then it is a reference data, right? So postcode, currency code, country code, they are the usual type of data that most people will spot as reference data. But you have other type of reference data as well, as I mentioned, region, country, state, sub-regions, all this kind of stuff. So that's the difference between a master data and a reference data. So now we're going to talk about master data management, the use of people, process, and technology to make sure that we don't have data duplication and inconsistency in our data. So as you can imagine, these data that are called master data, they are used across all systems in your organization. So that means that it's possible for them, it is easy for them to be duplicated. Because when the HR system for recruitment is not linked with the finance payroll system, you create an employee in two different places, then it's likely to then you are likely to then start having duplication, for example, around employee, which is a master data. So I'm going to show you tonight the practical steps on how to do this and do it properly. Yeah.